Happy day all. This is Mahesh Kumar working as an assistant professor in the Department of Computer Science and Engineering at B.V. Raju Institute of Technology, Narsapur campus. I am dealing with Python programming. In this session, we will be talking about the features of object-oriented programming. What are the features of object-oriented programming in Python? The object-oriented programming features that we are going to discuss are classes, objects, encapsulation, inheritance, polymorphism, data abstraction. So these are all the features of object-oriented programming. Now let us talk one by one about these features. When we talk about a class, in object-oriented programming, a class is a template for creating objects which will provide the initial values for the state and implementations of the behavior. Whereas object is an instance of a class or it is a copy of a specific class. And when I say encapsulation, it is a mechanism which is used to wrap the data members and data methods into a single unit. So when I say encapsulation, when you define any class, the class will be acting like an encapsulation. So this is a single unit where you are going to wrap the data members and data methods. So encapsulation is a mechanism where we are going to combine the methods and members into a single unit. We call it as a class. So what is the use of this particular concept? The main aim of using this particular concept is to provide security. So when you implement encapsulation in object-oriented programming, a security is provided by this particular feature. So in order to achieve this particular encapsulation, we make use of a concept called class. Next, inheritance. Inheritance is a mechanism where an object will acquire the properties of another object. The main aim of this particular concept is to achieve code reusability. So what is the meaning of code reusability? So once we define any logic, the same logic can be used any number of times whenever we require. So that code reusability can be achieved with the concept of inheritance. Polymorphism. Polymorphism is a concept where an object will possess many forms and the same object will behave differently in different scenarios. For example, when we use a plus, this plus will be acting like an addition operation. When we use two integer values, the same operator when I use among a string, it is going to work like concatenation. So when you see these two examples, the same symbol when I use with integer values, it is going to perform addition operation. The same symbol when I apply on two string values, it is going to perform concatenation. So we call this as the same object is behaving differently in different scenarios. We call it as polymorphism. There are two types of polymorphism. We call it as a runtime polymorphism and the other one is compile time polymorphism. Compile time polymorphism. So when I say runtime polymorphism, the method will be overridden. So we call it as method overriding. When I say compile time polymorphism, the best example is method overloading. So before running the program, the call to the method will be done. We call it as a compile time polymorphism. In a runtime polymorphism, after running the program, the method will be binded. So in order to achieve polymorphism, we have to make use of either method overloading or method overriding. So we'll be talking about this in the next sessions. Data abstraction. Data abstraction is a technique of hiding unnecessary details from the user. The user is only given access to the details which are relevant. So these are the features of object-oriented programming. So we'll discuss about these all things one by one in the next session. Thank you.
Like, share and subscribe. Hit the bell icon for more updates.